Welcome to Relaxing History. Leave all the noise and the rush of the day outside the door. Now, take a deep breath. Relax your shoulders and let your mind float through the dusty but fascinating pages of history. Tonight, we embark on a peaceful journey among the shadows of the past. If you are ready, let's unlock time.
Chapter 1 of 3, The Ocean of Sand. This night, we are leaving the familiar world behind. We are traveling east, far east. We are going to the legendary Silk Road, the ancient path that connects the rising sun to the setting sun. The year is 1275. We find ourselves in the vastness of the Gobi Desert, or as the locals call it, the Sea of Death. But tonight, it is not deadly. It is peaceful. It is a landscape of pure silence. The sun has gone down hours ago. The heat of the day has evaporated into the thin air. Now, the desert is cool. The sand dunes stretch out in every direction, like frozen waves in a golden ocean. Under the light of the moon, the sand looks like silver dust. We are standing in the center of a camp. A caravan has stopped for the night. It is a small island of life in the emptiness. There are tents set up in a circle, round yurts made of white felt. They glow softly from the embers of the fires inside. They look like mushrooms growing in the sand. Sitting by a dying fire is a young man, Marco. He is Venetian by birth, but he is dressed like a Mongol lord. He wears a heavy coat called a del. It is made of thick silk and lined with fox fur to keep out the desert chill. The fabric is a deep blue, the color of the eternal sky. Marco is looking up. The sky here is different from the sky in Venice. In Venice, the sky is framed by buildings and church towers. Here, the sky touches the ground on all sides. It is a perfect dome. The stars are incredibly bright. They do not twinkle. They burn steadily. The Milky Way is a river of white light slashed across the dark. Marco feels small beneath it, but he does not feel afraid. He feels free. He looks around the camp. He checks on his companions. The most important members of the caravan are resting nearby. The camels. These are not the single-humped camels of Arabia. These are the mighty Bactrian camels of Asia. They have 2 humps, massive creatures with thick, shaggy wool coats. They are kneeling in the sand. Their legs are folded beneath them. They look like boulders in the dark. Marco listens to them. Crunch, crunch. They are chewing their cud. It is a slow, rhythmic sound, a sound of contentment. Occasionally, one of them lets out a long, deep sigh. A cloud of steam rises from its nostrils. Marco reaches into his coat. He pulls out an object. It is heavy. It is made of solid gold and silver. It is a tablet, the Paisa. It was given to him by the great Khan. Kublai Khan, it is his passport. his protection. The writing on it says, "By the strength of the eternal heaven, holy be the Khan's name. Let him that pays him not reverence be killed." Marco runs his thumb over the engraved metal. It is cool and smooth. As long as he holds this tablet, he is safe. No bandit dares to touch him. No army dares to stop him. He carries the protection of the emperor in his pocket. He puts it back. Slide. He pats his chest. Safe. The wind begins to blow gently over the dunes. This is a famous wind. Marco has written about it. The singing sands. As the wind moves the grains of sand, they rub together, creating a low, humming vibration. Hum. It sounds like a distant organ or a choir of spirits humming a low note. It is not spooky. It is the song of the earth. Marco picks up a handful of sand. He lets it run through his fingers. Shh. It is fine and dry. It falls back to the ground, merging with the desert. He takes a metal cup from near the fire. He pours himself some tea. It is not the delicate tea of China yet. It is a strong, salty tea mixed with milk, the drink of the steppes. It is warm. He holds the cup with both hands. The heat travels into his palms. He takes a sip. It is rich, sustaining. He watches the fire. It is made of dried tamarisk wood. It burns with a sweet, spicy smoke. The flames are low now, just glowing red embers pulsing in the dark. The camp is settling down. The merchants are asleep in their tents. The guards are leaning against their spears. Half asleep. There is no danger tonight. The desert is too vast for enemies to find them. The emptiness is their shield. Marco feels the fatigue of the journey. His muscles are tired from riding. His eyes are tired from scanning the horizon. But his spirit is calm. He is a traveler. And tonight, the traveler is home. Because for a traveler, home is wherever the fire is burning. He listens to the wind again. Whoosh. Hum. The sand is singing him a lullaby. The camels are chewing the rhythm. The stars are watching. He is ready to leave the fire. He is ready to enter the tent. Chapter 2 of 3. The scent of spices and old felt. Marco stands up from the dying campfire outside. The desert air is getting colder now. A frost is beginning to form on the sand. It glitters like diamond dust under the moon. But Marco is not worried about the cold. He knows that a few steps away, a different world awaits him. He turns towards his tent. It is a traditional Mongolian Yurt, a round structure. It looks simple from the outside. A white dome made of thick layers of sheep's wool felt. It is tied down with strong ropes made of horsehair to withstand the Gobi winds. The door of the Yurt always faces south, away from the prevailing north winds. Marco walks to the small, painted wooden door. It is decorated with red and orange swirls, symbols of good luck. He reaches for the heavy felt flap that covers the door. It is thick, dense. He pushes it aside. Swish, a flop. He steps over the high wooden threshold and enters. The change is instant. Outside, the wind was whispering. Inside, there is dead silence. The thick felt walls are the perfect insulator. They block out the cold. They block out the wind. They block out the world. The air inside is warm, toasty. It smells of dry wood smoke and warm wool. Marco stands in the entryway for a moment, letting his eyes adjust to the dim light. In the center of the round room, there is a brazier, a metal basket holding glowing coals. They are not flaming, just pulsing with a deep, steady heat. Above the brazier, in the center of the roof, is the Toono, the wooden wheel that holds the roof poles together. Through the spokes of the wheel, Marco can see a circle of the night sky, just a few stars looking down on him. The structure of the tent is beautiful. Marco traces the lines with his eyes. The walls are made of a wooden lattice, kana, crisscrossing strips of wood that expand like an accordion. They are strong, flexible, and elegant. Marco walks across the floor. The ground is covered in layers. First, dried grass, then thick felt mats, and finally, magnificent Persian carpets, deep reds and blues, woven with intricate floral patterns. His boots sink into the pile. Soft step, soft step. It is soft underfoot, luxurious. He is a merchant, and this tent is his warehouse. Along the curved walls sit large leather chests and canvas sacks. These are the treasures of the East. Marco feels a sense of pride. He wants to check his goods before he sleeps, just to make sure they are safe. He kneels beside a large leather bag. The leather is old and cracked. Smelling of travel is less than #0. 5 hash is greater than he undoes the buckle. Click. He loosens the drawstring. Immediately, a wave of scent hits him. It is the smell of wealth. It is the smell of spices. He closes his eyes and breathes it in. Cinnamon from Ceylon, warm and sweet. It tickles the back of his nose. Ginger from the south, sharp and spicy. It wakes up the senses. And the most precious of all, saffron, the red gold. It has a hay-like, metallic, honeyed scent. He reaches his hand into a sack of peppercorns. He runs his fingers through the small, hard berries. Rattle, rattle. It sounds like rain falling on a tin roof. The texture is rough and solid. These small black seeds are worth their weight in silver back in Venice. He ties the bag shut. Rustle, pull. The scent lingers in the air, mixing with the smoke of the brazier. It creates a perfume that is unique to the Silk Road. A warm, spicy, smoky aroma. He moves to a wooden chest. It is lacquered in black and gold. He lifts the lid. The hinges creak softly. Creak. Inside lies the silk, bolts of fabric wrapped in paper. He touches one. It is cool to the touch, smoother than water. He unfolds a corner. It shimmers in the glow of the coals, iridescent blue, changing to green as it moves. The sound of the silk rubbing against itself is a whisper. Swish. Shh. He smooths it back down. He closes the chest. Thump. Everything is safe. Everything is secure. The round shape of the tent makes him feel held. There are no corners for shadows to hide in. Everything is continuous. A circle of safety. He walks to the back of the tent, the place of honor. This is where his sleeping area is prepared. He begins to undress. He unfastens the heavy sash around his waist. It is long, winding around him 3 times. He unwinds it slowly. Turn, turn, turn. He feels his chest expand as the tightness is released. He takes off his heavy Dell coat. The fox fur lining is warm. He lays it carefully over a wooden stand. It looks like a sleeping animal in the dark. He sits down on a low stool to take off his boots. They are made of felt and leather, with curled toes. He pulls one off, tug, sigh, then the other. His feet are free. He rubs them. The blood rushes back to his toes. He is wearing a simple tunic of white cotton now. He feels light. The heavy armor of the desert traveler is gone. He is just a man in a warm room. He walks to the brazier one last time. He picks up a small pair of iron tongs. He adjusts a piece of charcoal, moving it to the center. Clink, scrape. A tiny spark flies up and vanishes before it hits the roof. The heat radiates against his face, rosy and comforting. He looks up at the roof wheel again. The stars have moved slightly. The earth is turning. The silence in the tent is heavy, but it is a good silence. It is the silence of insulation, of being protected from the elements. Outside, the wind might be howling over the dunes, but inside, the flame of the butter lamp stands perfectly still, not even a flicker. Marco takes a deep breath of the spicy air. Ginger, cinnamon, wool, and fire. He feels rich, not just in money, but in peace. He is ready to rest. Chapter 3 of 3, The Star Wheel and the Golden Tablet. Marco stands by the warm brazier for one last moment. The coals are glowing a deep, dark red, like the heart of the earth. He rubs his hands together. His palms are warm. His body is relaxed. The tension of the long ride has melted away into the wool of the rugs. He turns towards his bed. In a Mongol Yurt, the bed is usually on the western side, the side of the setting sun. It is not a bed on legs like in Venice. It is a raised platform of wood, low to the ground, stable. He approaches it slowly. He wants to savor the comfort, The bed is piled high with the textures of the empire. At the bottom, a thick mattress of felt, firm and supportive. On top of that, a sheet of raw silk, not the smooth, shiny kind, but the textured, natural kind. It is a creamy white color. And then, the covers. This is the desert. The nights freeze the bone, so the covers must be heavy. There is a blanket of sable fur, dark brown, incredibly soft. It is a fur fit for a Khan, and over that, a heavy wolf pelt, gray and silver, rougher but full of warmth. Marco sits on the edge of the low bed. The wooden frame creaks just once. Creak. A homely sound. He swings his legs up. He maneuvers his body under the heavy furs. He pulls them up. The weight is the first thing he feels. It is heavy, but it is a good weight. It presses him down into the mattress. It anchors him. It feels like a hug from the wilderness itself. He shimmies down until his shoulders are covered. The sable fur touches his cheek. It is soft like a cloud. It tickles his skin slightly. Underneath, the silk sheet is cool against his legs, but within seconds, his body heat begins to warm the pocket of air inside the bed. He is creating his own microclimate, safe from the Gobi frost. He reaches out a hand from under the warm covers. His arm feels cold in the tent air. On a small lacquered table beside the bed sits the lamp. It is not a wax candle. It is a butter lamp, a copper bowl filled with yak butter. A cotton wick floats in the golden liquid. The flame is small and yellow. It smells faintly of warm milk and earth. Marco looks at the flame. It has guided him this far. But now, he needs the dark. He leans over slightly. He takes a breath. The flame dances, flickers, and vanishes. Darkness fills the jur immediately, but it is not total darkness. The embers in the brazier in the center of the room still cast a faint, red glow on the floor, like a sleepy eye. And above, there is the Toono, the roof wheel. Marco lies on his back. His head sinks into a pillow stuffed with dry herbs, lavender and wormwood. The scent is released as he moves. A dusty, floral smell that clears the mind. He looks straight up. The Toono is a perfect circle of wood. The spokes radiate out like the sun, and through the open spaces, he sees them, the stars. Because the tent is dark, the stars look like diamonds spilled on black velvet. He can see the Great Bear, the Wain. He watches them. They are moving so slowly, passing across the circle of the wheel. It is a clock, a cosmic clock. Marco slides his hand under his pillow. His fingers touch something cold and hard. The paisa, the golden tablet. He keeps it close, even in sleep. He traces the raised letters with his thumb. The gold is smooth. It is his shield. As long as he has this, he is under the protection of the Kublai Khan. He feels a deep wave of safety wash over him. He is untouchable here. He begins to retrace his journey in his mind, a mental map to calm his thoughts. He sees Venice, with its canals and bells. Far, far away, he sees the Mediterranean Sea, blue and sparkling. He sees the mountains of Persia, high and snowy. He sees the green valleys of the Pamirs, and now the golden sands of the Gobi. Step by step, mile by mile, he has walked them all, and now he can stop walking. The silence of the desert is absolute. The wind outside has died down. The sand has stopped singing. The camels outside have stopped chewing. They are sleeping too, heads resting on the sand. Inside the tent, there is only the sound of his own breath, in, out, and the faint, settling sounds of the felt walls cooling in the night. Tick, tick. Marco feels his body getting heavier. The weight of the wolf pelt pushes him down, deeper into the felt mattress. His feet are warm. His hands are warm. His eyelids are heavy. He looks at the circle of stars one last time. They are blurring slightly. The red glow of the brazier is fading. He is just a tiny point of life in a vast ocean of sand. But he is warm. He is safe. He is home, drifting across the dunes, into the silk, into the dark. Sleep.